Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Cece here, back with another video. I know it has been a long time since I've uploaded. I feel like it's been like 2 weeks. So much has been going on. I've been busy with work and all of that kind of stuff. I am preparing to take my state boards in a couple months, so I've been really busy with that. And as you guys know, we just recently had Hurricane Irma to sweep through Florida. So that was crazy. We were without power from about Friday or Saturday night going into Monday. So we're without power for like 2 days. We had our family here and everything like that. So that was just really busy. And then I'm actually recording this on Wednesday. The roads and stuff are still pretty bad here. So I've actually been out of work since last Thursday, so almost a week. We don't go back to work until tomorrow. Maurice just went back to work yesterday, so things have just been pretty crazy around here. But since I had some free time, I did want to go ahead and get a video out for you guys. So today's video is going to be another makeup declutter type of video. This video is I'm going to be going through a bunch of makeup that's expired. I did one of these types of videos before, so yeah, I'm going to be going through makeup that's expired, and also there's a couple of things in here that I just don't like that I'm getting rid of. So I just kind of wanted to do a full declutter. You guys know I usually wait till the end of the year to do like my makeup declutter, but Maurice and I are going to be moving in the next couple of months, so I figured this would be a good time to start like getting rid of things that I don't need. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. So if that's something that you guys are interested in seeing, you're definitely in the right place. Definitely continue to watch this video, and let's go ahead and get into it. So if you're not familiar with like, what is she talking about, expired makeup? So like, this is the Carly Bible palette. On the very back, it'll have a little thing like this that'll have like a number and then an M beside it. So that basically tells you when it expires. So this particular palette expired 24 months after I purchased it. A lot of people don't even pay attention to these and they don't even know that it's there. But you can go through pretty much any makeup that you have and it'll have that little thing on the back. At least it should. So what I always do when I get new makeup, as you can see, there's a label here. So this tells me the expiration date of the makeup, so I know when to stop using it. That's important to me because, as you guys know, I am a modist consultant and I am a freelance makeup artist. So I definitely don't want to be using expired makeup on a client, and I don't want to be using it on myself either, because once it expires, you definitely have more to worry about when it comes to like bacteria and germs and getting different infections and stuff like that, and nobody wants that. So that's why I'm so particular about expired makeup. So let's go ahead and get into this. So this is the BH Cosmetics. There we go. The BH Cosmetics Carly Bible. This is the original palette. If you're not familiar with it, it does come with a mirror, and that is what's left of it. Like, girl, this palette has been through so much. Like, I actually ended up deep hiding these shades into another palette, and then I hit pan on all of those. I did pretty much use the other colors. I definitely hit pan on this highlight. So these two highlights I definitely use the most. These two I used on the clients a couple of times, but I didn't really like use these, but I definitely dug into the eyeshadows. So this palette, I would definitely recommend it. The only thing is, now she has a deluxe edition where you actually get more eyeshadows and I feel like a better variety of highlighter shades that are more for like all skin tones. So I would say if you are interested in these type of like neutral kind of colors, I would say definitely go with the deluxe edition, because I'm not even sure, you may still be able to find this in Ulta, But I know now, like, since the deluxe edition is out, a lot of people are purchasing that one. But I really did like this palette when I was using it. The fallout was minimal. The colors are highly pigmented. I really enjoyed this. The next thing I have in here is this Too Faced Totally Cute palette. I would not recommend this. I did not like it. So it has a little mirror here. And then these are the shades. Right there. So Bunny, these two shades, I depotted on my own just because they were horrible. These are the two matte shades in the palette. Wasn't a fan of these matte shades. Like, I tend to use matte shades for transition colors, and then I like to use the more shimmer shades for my lid, or sometimes like even underneath my lash line. These two matte shades in the palette were just patchy. They did not want to blend well. I mean, they just looked horrible. I did, however, like these shades on the side. This is a matte shade, and then these are shimmer shades. This makes a beautiful highlight. This makes a good highlight as well. These shimmer shades right here, the pink shade, I just felt like you had to really like dig into it a lot to get pigment out of it. I didn't really like it. I didn't like this purple shade. These two shades were pretty once you actually got them on the eye, but again, you had to really dig into it to get any pigment. So I don't know. You guys know, if you've been following my channel for a while, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with Too Faced Cosmetics. Like, some stuff that they come out with is really good. Some stuff is horrible. That was definitely a miss for me. I wanted to like that palette, but I just couldn't get with that palette. The next thing I went through, I'm so sad that I went through this because I freaking love this palette. This is the Urban Decay Electric palette. I'm pretty sure everybody has seen this by now because this palette has been out for a while. Has a huge mirror. And then these are the shades right there. So as you can see, there's a lot of variety of shades. I mean, you've got this silver right here, which I definitely dug into. It's pretty much a pressed glitter, essentially. Beautiful all over the lid. I used it all the time as an inner corner highlight. These blue shades are really pretty. This orange and this pink were kind of difficult to work with. I really had to like dig into those to get any pigment out. And even then, I didn't really feel like it was as pigmented as I wanted it to be. But these shades here were definitely really nice. So this was kind of like a hit and miss palette too. Like, I mean, there's only 2 shades in here out of 10 that I didn't like. So I would repurchase it just because I love this shade. And then the other shades that I liked, you know, I really enjoyed them. I just probably wouldn't touch these two if I were to repurchase it. But it was a really good palette. So I did like that. The next palette that I went through is this Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette, which another palette that I'm so super sad that I'm getting rid of because I have loved this jank. Mirror right here. And then those are the shades right there. So this palette was just so essential. Like, I love this palette. So as you can see, I hit pan on this color. I hit pan on this pink color. I definitely dug into these two to set my eyeshadows. I dug into like a lot of these colors. I mean, this is just one of those palettes that you don't really have to think about. Like, if you don't know what you want to do with your makeup that day, but you know that you definitely want to do like a neutral kind of look. I mean, you've got so many neutral shades. I didn't really care for this blue. I did like this pink sugar kind of topper. It's not really a glitter per se, but it is a really good topper. So I mean, it has some really good neutral options, and 2 years later it still smells like chocolate. So yeah, I would definitely repurchase that one. This was a regret. I got this from Marshall's. These are these Revive Acne Treatment swabs. So I'll probably keep this packaging to put some stuff in, but this is what it looks like. So they're basically just Q-tips with acne solution inside, which I thought would be really good for like traveling and then just kind of like, you know, spot treating, but they did absolutely nothing for my acne. So I'm definitely going to get rid of the swabs and keep the packaging inside. So didn't care for that. The next thing in here is this Belief Hungarian Water Essence Moisturizer. Looks like that. This I got in a Sephora Play. It's like a water-based moisturizer. I did not care for this. I mean, it just basically felt like I was putting water on my face at night. I didn't really feel like it did anything for my skin. Not a fan of that. So that was definitely a regret for me. This is most definitely a regret. This is the Nair hair removal lotion. Looks like that. Okay, I maybe got to about right here, and it was like when I first started using Nair, I didn't have any problems with it. It was fine. And then when I got to maybe about right here, I used it on my bikini area, and oh my god, when you talk about a burning pain like I have never felt in my life. And then one of my esthetician friends was actually telling me that Nair is horrible on the skin, and it does tend to like irritate the skin and stuff like that. So once she told me that, I definitely made the switch to Veet, and I have not had any issues since I've been using the Veet, but the Nair was just horrible, so I definitely would not recommend that. The next thing, I tried these lashes like one time, and I was like, okay, this is a no. These are the Kiss lashes, and I don't think this has a style on it. It just says number 4. So this is what it looks like. These are the lashes right here. I got these from my local Dollar Tree, and I was excited because I was like, oh, okay, come through, lashes at the Dollar Tree. So I thought they would be good. They were just horrible. Like, they were so freaking difficult. I hate the lash band on these. They were so freaking difficult to get on. And once I put them on, they didn't even look like I had lashes on. So I was just like, no, that is a major fail for me. So I definitely will not be repurchasing any more Kiss lashes. This was actually sent to me in a Influencer Vox box, I want to say. This is the Infallible Total Cover number 220. This is the concealer and contour kit. I still have the color correcting kit, and I actually do like that, but this one, and I actually talk about this in the review that I did, which I will link up here, but those are the concealers. The only concealer I could use was this one here. These were just way too light, and they didn't even show up on me, and even this one, it was like nothing I could do with it. It didn't do anything for me as far as spot concealing. It was way too light to contour. It was just horrible. And you see how light I am. So, if it's too light for me, and I'm light, I mean, just saying. So, that was a fail. So, the next thing that's expired, and I actually have a few of these in here. These are the Wet n Wild Fergie Limited Edition Center Stage Collection palettes that come with 5 eyeshadows. I don't know, like, these were hit and miss. Like, this one I didn't even freaking use. Like, I may have used this one time. And I mean, the colors are really pretty. They're pigmented, but I don't know. I just did not pull for these colors for some reason. This palette, I definitely used this last fall, but as you can see, it doesn't even look like I've used it. And then this palette as well, I used like one time. So I don't know. I feel like it was just way too many shimmers, and then the matte in the middle is just not a shade that I would use. So like, I don't know. I just was not into these. I got these from my local Dollar Tree, which was like a really good deal because at CVS and Walgreens, these are like $4 or $5. But I don't know. I just did not pull for these colors, so I wouldn't repurchase them. The next thing that I went through is a CoverGirl lip gloss, and this is in the shade... This is a Colorlicious, and this is in the shade Juicy Fruit. I legit use this jank so much. Like, when I had it, I kept it in my makeup bag, and it was just one of those glosses that would go really good over like any lipstick shade. I really enjoyed these, so I would definitely repurchase that. This next one I would definitely repurchase. This is the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette. Looks like that. As you can see, I loved that holographic shade. So pretty. I loved these shades right here. I didn't really pull for these, but these right here are definitely me. And then the holographic one is really pretty on the lid. Like, I feel like if you're looking for an affordable fall palette, this is really good, because like, do you see these colors? Like, this palette just screams fall to me. I had no issues with it other than the fallout. The fallout is definitely real in this palette, but if you see my tutorials, you know I always do my eyeshadow first so I can just wipe away with a makeup wipe. But if you like to do your foundation first, I would definitely say apply a lot of translucent powder underneath your eye, because you're definitely going to need it with this palette. But I mean, this is only $4.99. This is such a good deal, so I definitely like that. This one I hated. This is a mask that I got from CVS. It's the Dead Skin Minerals CVS mask. This mask comes out blue. A lot of people left reviews saying that it stained their skin blue. I didn't have any issues with that, but it just did not clean my skin. It's supposed to remove dirt and oils, but it didn't do anything for me, so I absolutely hated that. I'm getting rid of this fan brush by Wet n Wild because it's just so thin and flimsy, and when I try to go in and do my highlight, like, it just doesn't do anything. I think when it comes to fan brushes, I definitely need one that's more like dense. This was just way too flimsy for me, so getting rid of that. The next thing, another CoverGirl gloss. This is in the shade Give Me Guava. Oh my gosh, like, do you see the shimmer, the reflex of gold in here? Oh, this is so freaking pretty. So I definitely plan on repurchasing that. This is something that I purchased online because it looked like a good deal. I couldn't take it back to Ulta because the label had rubbed off and they didn't want to give me a store credit for it, so just getting rid of it. It's the NYX eyebrow pencil. I really wanted to love this because it was like dumb cheap. It was like $2 or $3. It comes up like that. Like, it's so freaking dry. Ew, like, I hated it for my brows. So that's a definite no. Oh my gosh, I'm about to cry even talking about this, because this is like, out of all the high-end and drugstore highlights that I own, this is like my absolute favorite. So I definitely have to buy another one of these ASAP. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in Precious Petals. And I know that they've recently come out with a bunch of new highlighters, which I definitely want to try those. But oh my gosh, you guys, Precious Petals is just the most perfect highlight shade. It works on all skin tones. I mean, do you see that shimmer? Like, you cannot tell me that is not the most gorgeous highlight you have ever seen in your life. Like, it's so smooth, so creamy. Oh, it's just perfect. So I definitely have to repurchase that. I might actually put that over here so I can go online and buy another one of those, because that one was really awesome. This Seabreeze astringent is a fail for me, and I don't know why. Like, I used to use Seabreeze all the time and never had any issues with it. I think since I've gotten older, I'm 32 now, and I can definitely tell that my skin has changed, because this irritated my skin. Like, oh my gosh, it made my skin just tight and uncomfortable feeling, and it just made it burn when I used it. So I was like, I can't use that anymore. So yeah, that's a definite regret for me. The next thing I have is another Wet n Wild palette. This is To Indigo I Go Go. And this is one of their smaller palettes, which is the 3 shades. I actually did like this. I used this shade a lot, and I used this once or twice. It was pretty, but I mean, I'm just not gonna wear blue eyeshadow like that. Like, that's just not a color that I would wear a lot. This is supposed to be a crease shade, but it's a straight up shimmer. So I'm like, who's putting shimmer in their crease? Like, come on, we're not in high school anymore. But yeah, it's a really nice palette. But like I said, these are just colors that I just don't pull for a lot. So getting rid of that. This is a definite regret. I hated this. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover Foundation in the shade 308 Sun Beige. I got sent this in a Influencer Rocks box to try out, and when I put this on, it says total cover, and it's supposed to be a full coverage foundation, but it did not cover anything. It just looked horrible on the skin. I don't know if you've ever used a foundation where it's like you put it on and instead of like going into your skin, it just sits on top of your skin and you can tell like it's just not blending. That's how this was for me. So that is a definite fail. The next thing that I have in here is a Wet n Wild liquid lipstick in the shade Video Vixen that looks like that. One thing about these super dark shades, like the formula has to be on point, because if it's not, it's just so hard to work with these type of shades. So I'll swatch it so you can see the color. So that is the color, and even as you can see in the swatch, it's patchy. And that's exactly how it looked on the lips. Patchy. And I was mad because I used this on myself and I used this on a makeup client that specifically requested a shade like this for her makeup look. And I literally had to mix it with other colors that I had just to make it look nice on her because it was just patchy. No. Wet n Wild, you failed on that one. That was just horrible. The next one, I actually got this from, somebody gifted this to me. I want to say for like my birthday or Christmas or something like that. This is the LA Colors Matte Lipstick, which I see this in like Family Dollar all the time. And I was like, I kind of want to try that out and see what it's all about. I really did like the color. But to me, this goes on as more of a gloss. Like, it does not have any coverage whatsoever. So that's what it looks like. It swatches really nice, but when you put it on the lips, it just doesn't have any coverage. It just kind of looks like gloss on your lips, and I just wasn't a fan of it. So I'm getting rid of that. The next thing I went through, I got this in a BoxyCharm, and you know how long it's been since I've gotten one of those. This was the one that Makeup Shayla and Mac Daddy did. It's the Mystic Tan bronzer. So this is like, you know, the sunless bronzer that you just put on and it's supposed to warm up the skin. Did not do anything for me. I used it a couple times and I couldn't even tell I had it on. So getting rid of that. The next thing I'm getting rid of, this is the EOS Balm. I got this from my Secret Santa at Christmas, and this is what the inside looks like. So as you can see, it's very pink and shimmery, and I'm just not a fan of shimmer lip glosses are one thing, but a lip balm, I don't like my lip balms to be shimmery because it just feels like sandpaper when I rub my lips together. So absolutely hated that. And then she also got me this Dr. Pepper lip smacker, which is cute, you know, because everybody at work knows I'm obsessed with Dr. Pepper. So I thought that was cute, but it just really didn't do anything as far as keeping my lips moisturized. So I'm getting rid of that. And then the next thing I'm getting rid of, and I'm so sad about this too, this is the Too Faced glitter dust in the shade Glitterly. This came in the Nikki Tutorials collection, and I'm trying to put it up so you guys can see what it looks like without spilling it everywhere. But as you can see, I used this like 3 times. Like, I have not even used this glitter at all, and it's already expired. I don't know, like this glitter was okay. I definitely feel like, you know, it says glitter dust and is it glitter dust or no? It's glamour dust. It's definitely a dust and not a true glitter, because when you put it on, you can still see like your eyeshadow underneath and everything. I mean, it's a pretty color and everything, but I would definitely say this would be more for like going in the crease and doing like a little cut crease or like inner corner. If you're gonna put this all over your lid, be prepared to use a lot of it, because it's really doesn't have like that good coverage like a true glitter does. Okay, and one of my lashes fell out, but these lashes I'm on the fence about. Like, I don't know if I would repurchase these or not. These are by Ardell, and that's what they'll look like. So they're the 101 Demi Wispies, or Demis. I can't remember. But it says 101 Demi, so I'm guessing these are just regular Demi lashes. These, when you put these on, it looks like you hardly have any lashes on. I mean, it just looks like your natural lashes. So, I don't know. I mean, I feel like if I'm going to go through all of that, you know, with the glue and everything to put lashes on, I want you to be able to look and tell that I have lashes on and not look like right now I have like no lashes on. And that's what these lashes look like on the eye. So, wasn't feeling those. And last couple items in here, I have a Smashbox lipstick that came in my Sephora Play. It never came with a shade name, to be honest. So that was definitely a regret for me, because I like, you know, to tell you guys what the shade is. So I'm not even sure what the shade is. And that is the color right there. It's just one swatch, so it's pretty pigmented, but you know, this is just not a shade that I would go for. I mean, it's okay, but nah, I could pass on that one. Nika K actually sent me this in a giveaway. This is the Nika K New York little lip balm thing. Yeah. It's okay. I mean, it's just basically a chapstick. You know, I mean, if this is on sale at the beauty supply or something like that, it's going to do a job. But nothing special about it. I mean, if you could get a chapstick cheaper somewhere else, I would say get it cheaper somewhere else. Okay, so the last thing that I have in here is a MAC lipstick. The packaging is gorgeous. Like, I'm tempted to just keep this just for the packaging and maybe just cut the lipstick out inside, but this is expired. This is Triple D Devilish Matte Lipstick. Maurice got me this for my birthday 2 years ago. It's a really pretty pink shade, but oh my god, this is drying and a little bit patchy as well. So that is what the shade looks like on the lips. I mean, I have a bunch of lipsticks this shade, so I really don't need another pink lipstick. I mean, it's nice, but it's just so freaking drying on the lips. Like, even when you moisturize and stuff before it's drying, when you try to take it off, you have to really like scrub it off. It's just really, really drying, and I'm just not a fan of this formula nor this color. So I may keep this just for the packaging, but because the packaging is really nice, but the lipstick inside, I wasn't a fan of that. So yeah, you guys, that is my expired makeup declutter / regrets video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and if you made it this far, definitely give this video a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to comment and subscribe to my channel if you are not already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!